Hello YouTube, I'm Pika and I have a very special video for you today. With the most recent update, DBD buffed some of its killers. One of those is the hillbilly. I wanted to try him out since I've never really played him before and the changes make him seem really fun and really strong. I'm no expert, but I do know a thing or two about playing killer. I typically play Dredge, Trapper, and Huntress. More recently, I've played a bit of Oni, so I was hoping that would help me with Billy's chainsaw. I made a lot of mistakes in these games, but I do get a few good chainsaw hits, so I hope you enjoy the gameplay. And just to be clear, this is post-game commentary. Alright, so this was actually my first match playing Billy, and I ended up loading into RPD, which wasn't ideal, but I was determined to at least try and practice his chainsaw. Luckily, I went to the main hallway and found someone pretty quickly, get them out of position, and I got it down. That was a quick and easy hook. Barbecue letting me know someone is there. I get my chainsaw ready. And I messed up what should have been an easy chainsaw. So here I am still trying to learn how to hold and park the chainsaw. I am learning how to keep an eye on the meter. And I get another down on the ace, so I decide to leave him because I don't want to immediately tunnel and hook him again. And that was me messing up the kind of charge time again, not paying too much attention to the meter. Luckily, I find both survivors here. And so I try my best to figure out how to play around loops and stuff like this with the chainsaw. So here I am, just looking to catch someone off guard. And I happen to find the ace again. So he's already had a chance, so I pick him up and decide to hook him again. So Barbecue tells me that someone is on the other side of the map. Someone is coming from the main hallway. I charged my chainsaw too early. So I try and use it for mobility here. I really messed up with tracking here for some reason. Tried to get that chainsaw down, but they got the unhook in time. And I still got the down. I felt a bit bad about hooking the ace right away, but he did try to sabo, so... So here I am again trying to figure out how to use the chainsaw in a loop, and I get another down. So here I completely mess up and missed the Claudette just run by me and vault. It was just easier to get the M1 downs here, so I ended up doing that instead of using my chainsaw. I used the chainsaw for a bit of mobility here. So here I know I could have played better. I now, realize I could have gone in with the chainsaw and immediately chased him out of the loop and broken the pallet. But I wasn't confident enough in myself, so I ended up just kicking the pallet and breaking it. I unfortunately ate that pallet, and now I'm back to tracking the Dwight. Unfortunately, I was still figuring out collision here too. I unfortunately did not hold, so I ended up swinging instead of actually lunging and trying to hit him. So now I try to use the chainsaw for mobility again. And I ended up colliding because I wasn't expecting to go that fast. And I missed what should have been an easy chainsaw down. Luckily, I find the Vittorio. Somehow I missed that. And I get another down, so that's at least something. A little information on where they're at. So unfortunately, me messing up with the chainsaw bought him a lot of distance to get the unhook, and instead of trying to cut him off, I ended up just going to where I knew he was, and that led to that awful chainsaw collision. Finally, I'm able to just grab him out of the locker. So at this point, I decide to just play the game and M1. I get the basement hook and I decide to camp it, but not camp it too hard. I end up kind of patrolling the exit gates a bit. I heard Vittorio and went down to secure the extra kill. So looking back, I don't know how I missed that Michaela was in the locker, but somehow I did. I think I was just very focused on looking for Hatch, and so that led to me finding it. So after closing it, I decide to just patrol the exit gates again. And this leads to me finding the Michaela on one, and I decide to just let her go. But yeah, that was my first game as the new Billy, and it just so happened to be on RPD. For my second Billy game, I ended up getting a better map, one that was a bit more open and would just let me sprint a lot more. I also ended up switching my build up, and I was hoping that with Darkness Revealed I could get some early information and potentially snipe someone across the map. So that almost happened, and I just narrowly missed the Michaela. So yeah, I'm still really trying to figure out how to use the chainsaw. Saw her hide behind the pallet, so I waited. Was able to just break that. Another almost hit. At that point, I decided to use my Franklin's because I know she had a flashlight. I missed the M1, but I at least got that pretty strong pallet down and out of the way. And here I end up switching targets. And I unfortunately forgot that I took off Bamboozle, so I keep trying to vault and lock at the window. Unfortunately, he was paying attention and ended up stunning me. That's one gen down, and he's running around Shack, so I decide to leave the Felix. I go check on the other gens. And I find Michaela again, who's already healed up. I unfortunately suffer from corn blindness. I have to put a chainsaw to lose charge before I can kick the gen. I lost the Michaela, so now I just spend a lot of time looking around for her. But as I sprint away, I see her out of the corner of my eye, just crouching. And still, I want to try and use the power, get the hang of it, and get a chainsaw down. Another miss. And finally a down. So I'm not in the best place to have my first down with 2 gens, but anything can happen. Just like that. A chainsaw down against the Allen. I decide to chase the Felix and get rid of his flashlight with Franklin's. Another spirit trick, so I know they'll be slowed down on gens a bit. I decided to try looking around to where I last saw the Felix again, and then change my mind, and go back to the gen where I saw the cable. And naturally she's back there, and I'm able to get a quick M1 down. Luckily for me, that gen is still regressing, and I see the other Michaela in a very bad spot. So that's a quick and easy chainsaw down for me. The other Michaela ended up dying on second hook, which I do feel bad about, but that's at least good for me in game. Here I got a good chainsaw sprint in to check on one of the far gens. Check on another and it's still regressing. And here I know they're all resetting, so I start trying to look for them again. And I end up getting another snipe on Alan. That was just a quick and easy down on Felix. Alright, so I saw the Felix run away, but I didn't want to immediately go after him. I try not to play too mean when I can help it, and especially since they're already a player down, I figured, you know, try to be fair. And here I ended up just skipping through a lot of me looking for other survivors. So I check all 3 gens a lot. I try to use Darkness Revealed again, but find nothing. I make my way back to the corner gen and end up finding Felix again. Alright, so we're playing the TNLs now. I figured he was going to vault back, and I'm able to get another decent down with the M1. And now I have to check on the far gens. This one has a fair amount of progress, so I want to make sure I kick that and try to find whoever was working on it. Tried to use Darkness Revealed again, but still somehow got nothing. And out of the corner of my eye, I see Michaela. She's very quick to try and take the chase elsewhere, as far away from the gens as possible. I still want to try and get some good chainsaw downs and really learn to use my power, so I keep trying to do that. Until I decide to M1. I see how far away from everything else she's taking me, so I go back to the gen to make sure no one's working on it. And that corner gen pops, so I know that Alan and Felix probably have to be there. So I sprint and manage to get it down on the Felix. So that is at least 2k. Now I can focus on chucking on the 2 doors. I figured that Alan is probably waiting by this one. I want to see if Michaela has made any progress on the other door. And it looks like she hasn't. So I come back and find Alan. And end up just chasing him for pretty much the rest of the match. I was pretty determined here to get a chainsaw down. I know Michaela opened up the other gate. And I figured worst case scenario here was that she would leave and he would somehow get hatched, so I just continued chasing and focusing on him. Somehow I miss him going behind that hay bale in the back. Quickly find him. And there we go. I hook him, Michaela left, and I find Hatch after. We're not going to talk about that. I gave Mercy in the last game. So this final match is one where I really struggled a lot, and I ended up just skipping most of that. So as you can see, there are 2 gens left. One already has a fair amount of progress on it, and I am just getting my first hook. So it's not looking too great for me. The only thing that I do have working for me is that I have a Mori. I had a challenge or a ritual to kill survivors by my hands as Billy, so I brought a Mori to help out with that. I feel like at this point I'm at least getting a little better with managing and using the overdrive, and that lets me catch up to this Michaela and get another down. I missed that, and if I committed, I would have gotten another down, but unfortunately I messed that up. I end up leaving chase and going to check on another generator. So here I'm still trying to look for survivors, still patrolling the gens. I get another pretty lucky down. And the unfortunate flashlight save. I unfortunately eat a pallet and get a blind too. I can hear where the Michaela's going. Luckily, I can hear where she's going to and get another down on her. It's at this point I know the game is pretty close to being over. So now I know where all the survivors are. I know that no one is really close to being able to get that save. And so I focus on the ability to hear. I miss that first chainsaw. I caught her trying to hide and was luckily able to still get the down. No one is at this gen. DMS let me know that there was someone down here in this gen. And I see the Michaela. see her going back that way again. Almost with another chainsaw down. I keep almost getting survivors down with chainsaw hits, so I feel like I'm at least getting better, being a bit more consistent and doing something right. So here I get another lucky chainsaw down. I unfortunately whiff. I'm trying to get the extra downs for that pressure. Luckily, I'm able to get the pickup and not eat another flashlight save. Thalita decides to teabag. The gen pops. I get another hook. And so I'm able to quickly just get another down. Now that it's endgame, I could camp this out. I end up taking and hooking the Thalita elsewhere. I know that it's unlikely they're going to work on that door. I heard all three survivors there. So I know that they can't get too far. I unfortunately sprint right into a bush. And so now it's about finding and tracking them. They're healing up, and so I suspect they might be at the edge of the map. Luckily I find them, and I get a quick chainsaw down. Because Michaela's on death hook, I know I can quickly mori her, and I know they're not going to be able to get to the gates and immediately open them. So I can quickly find them again and make something happen before anyone is even close to opening a gate. Luckily that's a down on Fung, and I'm able to hook her near the other gate, where I see there's no progress at all. Barbecue tells me someone is running away from the gate on the other side of the map, so they probably suspect that I'm going to go there. I'm at least going to check on it, and I see that the gate is pretty much 99. They heal up, and I decide to come back. I end up camping this out because I figured I could at least take the 2K. And I start to see them come and try to get the save. Given my performance, I think they were a bit overconfident. So one Thalita body blocks for the other. I could have gotten a chainsaw down here, but I unfortunately messed up. And I think that's, ultimately what led them to stick around as long as they did. Fung is still here by the body, so I end up trying to chase and get another down as quickly as possible. I honestly just start swinging because I'm thinking maybe I could get a lucky hit in there somewhere. I keep trying to look for the other Thalita because I feel like a buckle up play would really mess me up here. At this point the pallet is thrown, Feng is on the other side. she's fairly out of position, and so I decide to just worry the Thalita. And now I figured they're probably making their way to the other gate. I'm correct. And so with a really good sprint, I'm able to down Thalita and get the down on Feng, finally. I Mori the Thalita that was teabagging, and start considering if I do want to spare the Feng or not. I end up opening the gate so I can spare the Feng and let her crawl out. And that was it. It was a tough match for me, but I was able to come back because they were, you know, arguably overconfident, and they didn't know that I had a Mori. So I didn't have to worry too much about hooking survivors once they run into them. But I hope you enjoyed the gameplay.